What's up guys, Ollelito back here with a brand new Tuesday tutorial on the channel. In today's video, I will be showcasing you guys how you finish and you will score more goals using this secret technique in EFC 25. So for now, grab the popcorn, don't forget to subscribe, and let's just jump into today's Tuesday tutorial. So before we jump into both the team, but also kind of what we do in game, this is super important because a lot of you guys, I don't think know this. I'm playing with shot assistant on precision. And why do I do this? Because it's mandatory to do this in pro gameplay. Basically, we need to play with precision shooting on. And precision shooting on is obviously, I think in the long-term run, I think it's better than playing on assisted. I wouldn't advise you guys to play manual. I would go for either assisted or precision, but assisted, I think most of you guys are playing with. And assisted is going to help it be easier for you to score. But precision shooting, actually, once you get comfortable with the aim of the precision shooting, you will score so many more goals, especially the long shots, because precision shooting basically allows you to find the perfect part of the back of the net. So, conclusion, if you want to score more goals and in general be a better player on this game, I would advise in the long-term run to go with precision because that would definitely help you guys. If you want instant success, I would advise you guys to go for assisted because assisted will still be the same. You don't really need to aim well to be able to score, but precision shooting will also allow you to score more shots that assisted probably won't. But also precision shooting can actually make you miss open nets because you're aiming wrong. So it's basically high risk, high reward. It's up to you guys. Myself, I'm obviously playing with precision because it's mandatory, but have that thought in your head because you need to think about, okay, long-term run, precision might be better, but assisted will be better for you guys now. Then, how can you basically practice these kind of different angles to be able to perform them to your maximum level? My advice for you guys is to either play a bit more of rivals, because then it's actually gameplay based in there as well, and you will face defenders also, or you go into the practice arena like I do now and just try to spam just different kind of angles, different kind of shots. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing this 15 to 20 minutes a day. Just try to work on my aim and also try to work on my timing. And one little thing before I leave you guys to it and you guys go explore the finesse shot world. One thing that you can do is from these kind of angles when you're going with a right-footed player on the right-hand side or a left-footed player on the left-hand side is when you get into these tight angles here, look to actually perform the Trivela shot because the Trivela shot is so good inside the box as well. And you perform the Trivela by holding in L2 on your controller and aiming at the far post. So basically when you're coming into these angles, just hold L2 and then try to shoot at the far corner. If your opponent starts to move the keeper, then obviously you wait for the keeper and see what the opponent is doing. But if your opponent is not trying to basically cover the far post, you try to go for the Trivela here all the time because they will fly in just like Vinicius did in the back here. And of course, if you manage to green time them, they will fly in 10 out of 10 times, just like Vini in the background now. I don't know even if I scored that, you know? Did I? Wait, I need to look back and see if I scored that. Wait. Let me see, chat. Let me see. Before we end the video, let me see if I did. That was a no look. I didn't see if I scored. Of course I did. Of course I did. It was green time. Of course I did. Before we jump into the gameplay, there are some certain things that you guys need to know to actually help you guys score more goals in this game. First of all, the obvious stuff is basically check stats on your attackers. And if I look at my attackers myself, I have Leao here, 87 shooting. I have Henry, 93 shooting. I have Salamakers, 89 shooting. And Dybala, 92 shooting. So obviously, the stats in terms of shooting will be important. But one more thing that will make the biggest difference is playstyles. Starting off with my cam, the most important playstyle on this game is going to be the finesse shot. And the finesse shot, basically as it sounds, will just make the finesse shot a lot better and a lot more accurate inside the box. So when you guys are choosing your central players in your formation, even though it's a 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1, 4-2-1-3, I would advise you guys to get both a cam and a striker that at least manages to have finesse shot in white. Perfect if both of them have them in gold, just like my Dybala and Henry in this case. But if you don't find strikers that manages to have the finesse shot in gold, is fine because the finesse shot in white is still okay. One thing that EA actually added recently to the game is the low driven shot. I actually haven't been able to try out if this playstyle actually is way better than just doing the normal low driven shot. You perform the normal low driven shot by just pressing circle, just tapping it inside the box. I'm not sure how that works yet, but that's definitely something that I will try to explore and see what options are good and if it's actually efficient in front of goal. But as I were explaining before, the finesse shot plus playstyle, the best playstyle in terms of finishing by far in this game. Trivela will obviously help as well, but I don't think that makes such a big difference. Henry in this case has Trivela in white, but I still think, as I said, the finesse shot is going to be the key when you try to score more goals, especially inside the box on this game. So the first example of the video is actually going to be a pretty tight angle that we basically are trying to score from. And obviously, as I was explaining before we jumped into gameplay, is going to be the finesse shot. And you will see here, I have the ball with Theo Hernandez. I realized, okay, my opponent is 4-2 down, I'm leading 4-2, and this is also against pro players, so just take that into consideration. This is basically the top tier players that we're doing this against. I do a really good player lock. I thought Liao personally was offside, but doesn't matter. Liao, on the other hand, the 92 Liao that I'm playing with manages to have the finesse shot in wide, which means that his finesse shots will be kind of okay, won't be nowhere near as good as gold finesse shot, but they can still fly in sometimes. So when I'm getting into these kind of opportunities on the wing, if it's on the other wing, I would advise you guys to try to do a finesse shot here. It obviously depends. If you have a left-footed player in this kind of sequence, I would advise you guys to go for a Trivela shot, because the Trivela shot also very, very good if you aim it at the far corner. In this case, Liao right-footed. I could have paused on Re here and had an open net, but I still think the finesse shot worthy of trying. And I just did yellow time finesse, just flies into the back of the net. Here again, though, I had a lot of space. I'm not sure how this is onside, by the way. Maybe Van Dijk is deep down. I don't know. Doesn't matter. The finesse shot, as I said, from these kind of angles is vital. And you will score so many more goals in this game if you just use it to perfection, trying to aim at the far corner. Next clip is going to be against one of Italy's best pro players at the moment, Exceed Antonini Gabriel. Fantastic player, and a player that I'm struggling a lot against recently. He's really, really good in this game. One of the best players that I played in this year's game. But it's going to be us creating a chance and trying to convert from it, obviously. And trying to use this kind of playstyle is going to be the key once again here. So I get on the wing with Liao. I see that I have Henry on the inside. And I already know that Henry and Dybala in this case, my two central players in this formation, both of them gold finesse shot plus. So I need to abuse that finesse shot as much as I possibly can. So when I'm getting into these kind of sequence, I'm going to take a touch forward, because this is very, very hard for him to defend. When I get into these kind of angle, especially with me having precision shooting on, it's obviously really, really hard to aim, because the aim is obviously harder with precision than what it is with assisted. But when I get into these kind of chances, don't just use a normal shot in these kind of angles, because if I use the finesse shot, especially with a player that has finesse shot plus, most of the times these finishes can actually go in. And if we look at this finish from Thierry Henry, he just scores this goal because he manages to have the finesse shot plus. Even think that even if he managed to have finesse shot in white, this doesn't fly in, but only because it's the finesse shot plus playstyle is going to fly in. If we look at the bottom right on your corner, you will see that the finesse shot in gold, where Henry's name is going to flash up because you're using the finesse. Once again, fantastic finish, and we score just because of the finesse shot plus to make it 1-0 in this game from a really tight angle as well. Once again, this is going to be a really, really good attack where we basically trying to aim to get the ball into the box, because when we get the ball into the box, especially with these finesse shot plus players, we have a great chance of scoring. So once again, here you see me going wide with Salamakers. I can't really find Henry even though I want to, because inside the box, they obviously helps a lot with having finesse shot plus, because you can just shoot with both left and right. The finesse shot has the same kind of accuracy with both feet, I feel like. Salamakers here though finds billing, and from this I'm trying to look to get to Henry, even though I see Henry is onside, which means I'm going to take a bit more time on the ball here. So the thing I do, I try to go upside here, do a play lock to Liao. I also know that Liao manages to have the tiki-taka in white, which means that he can play these kind of first time passes with a very good accuracy. Even though here I can't really find anyone, the thing I'm trying to look for is Henry, obviously. So I'm taking a touch away from the center back. Then I know, okay, Henry is making a great run into the box, just a normal finesse inside the box, and as you see, the keeper always goes to ground, and it's just because of the finesse shot plus. I don't know why, but they made it this year that the finesse shot basically makes the keeper go to ground all the time. Here again though, really, really good finish from Thierry Henry, scores to make it 4-4 in this game. And yeah, overall a great finish from the big man himself. Yes guys, that's been it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Also turn on notifications so you're not missing the next one. Next video actually coming tomorrow. Weekend League recap on the Road to Glory account this time. Looking forward to it. See you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Thank you so much for the support recently. See you soon. Bye bye.